I do want to talk to someone, sometimes it's like the most embarrassing thing where I think I'm looking at them and I'm actually looking at the wall, or I'm looking like not at them at all and I'm looking to a totally different person and they kind of give me like the what the fuck look. You're not looking at me, you're looking at the whatever. But then I play it off and I'm like, oh, but I'm blind. And I'm like, it works. My name is Elaineh. I'm currently a graduate student at the CUNY Graduate Center. I'm working on my second master's. I already have one master's at Queens College. I just obviously want to stay in school for the rest of my life. That's what it seems like, but I really don't. My impairment is retinitis pigmentosa. It's a degenerative eye condition that degenerates your retina, and it predominantly affects the cones and the rods in your eyes, the receptors. And the daytime vision, I have really good central vision, very clear. I don't need glasses. I know people think you just need glasses and that fixes everything. No, no, no. I have very clear vision. I don't wear contacts. And pretty much just, this isn't there. This is all here. This isn't there. The worst part of my vision is night blindness. I think that's the worst part. And pretty much, I would say going out at night is pretty much like seeing floating lights if you look at traffic lights, and just all darkness, and you only see a little bit of things when they're illuminated by light, but other than that, everything is darkness, everything is black. But I think it's pretty cool. It's a little sci-fi-ish. The truth is, when I was young, I was misdiagnosed for the first time when I went to an ophthalmologist, and they informed my parents that I was going to go blind, fully blind, by the time I was 8 years old. And then luckily, they ran to another doctor, who is Dr. Renee Richards. If anybody knows, she's like a huge transsexual, transgender activist, and she's also an ophthalmologist now because she has retinitis pigmentosa just like me. And she told my parents that she thinks I have retinitis pigmentosa, and they took me to the specialist, Dr. Carr, who's the person who coined the name retinitis pigmentosa and discovered what the disease was. And he told my parents that my life actually, I might never go blind, and I might always have some vision, and it's not as bleak as they thought. So after they got that kind of information when I was little, I think they started getting better, like just a lot more comfortable with what I had, and just happy that, you know, my life didn't have like, you know, like a blind sentence or whatever you want to call it, that it was, you know, that my vision was going to leave at some point. But I do think it's hard for them sometimes, especially as I get older, because they wish I was able to do a lot more things that people my age get to do. But they never treat me differently than anyone else. They don't treat me like I'm impaired. They still get mad at me if I spill everything, which is very frustrating because sometimes I wish they do remember that I have an impairment. What bothers me the most about my eye problem is how dependent I have to be on people. There's an extent that you can try to gain independence. You could walk with a cane. You can use like resources that the state offers you, like Accessoride and stuff like that you can get around. But at the end of the day, you really are very dependent on people, and I don't like that because I'm a very independent person. I strive myself on trying to be able to do things for myself. I cook for myself, I clean for myself, I go to school for myself, I do everything. I want to work for myself, but at the same time, I know at the end of the day, if I can't see a pen in front of me and I'm getting frustrated for looking at it for 15 minutes, I'm going to ask someone to find me that pen. I think as times progressed, I've gotten a lot more comfortable, but it's pretty much like the eating. It's the active eating that I'm scared of doing in front of people because my mannerisms, I'm scared people are going to judge my manners. When people put their hands out and they're like just waiting there, and I'm just like going about my day not thinking like your hand's out, I'm just still talking to you, and they're like looking at me like, but my hand's out and you're talking to me, but you won't touch me. And it's not like I'm a germaphobe, but then they're like, and then someone will give me like, Elaine, their hand's out. Like they're trying to shake your hand. I'm like, oh fuck. So I put like my hand out. I'm like, I'm not rude, I promise. Like I'm visually impaired. Like I want to shake your hand. Like I really just try to use my charm, to be really honest with you, so other people aren't uncomfortable, because then they start feeling bad. Like they're like, oh my God, like I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And it's like, yeah, because it doesn't matter. So I just try to play it off so that neither of us end up being uncomfortable. I mean, that's not something you usually hear from people the first time. Hi, I'm Elaine, I'm 24, I'm like Greek and Cuban. Oh, by the way, I'm legally blind, you know, like it's just all on the stat sheet. But honestly, I think I kind of like that I've had the opportunity to be visually impaired. I'm not gonna lie and say if like a cure came out, which they are having a lot of research right now, and like genetic like research and all this stuff coming a long way. If there's something coming out now, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be the first person to sign up to get surgery or treatment or whatever it is, because I am. But I kind of like that I'm going to have the opportunity to live two types of lives. And I mean, it's molded me, I think, and it's definitely made me, I think having an impairment has made me a better person than maybe I would have been. And I'll always be thankful for that.